What's a pop up in YouTube? Rival Gaming here!
What's going on, everyone? It's your Rifle here. And in this video I'm going to be covering the new upcoming DLC called The Dark Below. This will have a new raid for us, new missions, new PvP content, a bunch of new raid gear, a bunch of new raid weapons, a bunch of new exotics. Oh man, shit on me. Everything. And I'm going to be covering it all in this one video. So all I'm asking is a little bit of your appreciation to just freaking like the like button. Helps me out more than you think. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and get started with this. I'll start with the PvE contents. The first I'll be covering the seeding, which will be in Old Russia on Earth. The second mission will be the Veil Lifted, which is on Old Russia Earth as well. The third one will be the Awakening, which is on the moon. And there will be two new strikes. One on Old Russia Earth called the Jovian Complex. Yes, I know where that's at. Yep, I do. And I will show you guys shortly in another new video that'll be coming soon. Anyways, there's also the Hypogeum, which is on Meridian Bay, Mars. And that'll be the other strike. And lastly but not least, the raid called Crota's Inn, which that is on Ocean of Storms on the moon. And I believe the new raid boss is going to be named Crota. I mean, it's just a hint, but I kind of think his name's going to be Crota. And yes, I think it is a he as well. Because in the description of Crota's end mission, it says, he waits in the dark below. Dun dun dun! I don't know, I just got this hunch that it's going to be Crota. And not to mention in this DLC, supposedly there's going to be a level cap. Details from the Crota's Inn raid indicate that it's intended for players in the level range of 28 through 32, with 28 being on the normal setting and 32 being on the hard mode setting for playing against the raid. As for the new strike playlists, the lowest entry level appears to start at 28. So that's awesome and it's coming soon. Anyways, for the PvP, for all you PvP fans out there, there will be a new Mars map called City of the Dead, another new Mars map called The Refinery, another new Mars map called Pantheon, and there will be a Venus map called The Den, which that sounds pretty close quarters to me. I could be wrong, but we might want to get our shotties out for that one. I know, hate on me. But anyways, on Earth there's going to be a map called Sky Shock, another Earth map called Freeholders Stand. That sounds pretty interesting. One new moon map called The Cauldron. This will be coming in the new upcoming DLC. The description of the Dark Below says, set deep beneath the surface of the moon, fans will discover an ancient tomb that has been unsealed and a dark god who has risen an evil army in the depths of the Hellmouth, the home of the Hive enemy race. So bingo, we know that this raid gear is going to be labeled as the Hive set, just like the Vault of Glass was labeled as the Vex sets. Now we're going to be looking similar or closely resembling to a Hive enemy. Sweet! So now let's get started with this amazing new raid gear that we're going to be finding in the new raid called Crota's End. First off, it has been confirmed from Bungie that the Vex Mytho class will be extremely handy in the next raid. Like, you can rely on this weapon for the next raid. This was confirmed from Bungie. I'm going to go ahead and start you guys off with the badass exotic weapons that you're going to be able to obtain in this new upcoming DLC. The auto rifle Necrochasm, the new sniper rifle called No Land Beyond, the new scout rifle called Punk Prayer, the new shotgun called Devil's Due, and the new rocket launcher called Dragon's Breath, which is solar damage, which will come in major handy for this next raid. Just my guess though, I could be wrong. I'm just saying this just because it is the Hive. Now we all know how big of a stick in our ass Fogoth was. Just imagine this guy. This guy's gonna be like Fogoth on steroids. Because this next upcoming raid is going to be a Hive raid. And for the boss of the raid, I think he's gonna be Hive as well. It's just another guess though. The reason why I say that is because the raid gear that we are receiving is Hive sets. Just like in the Vault of Glass, it was the Vex sets. And you know how you kind of look like a Vex if you wear like the helmets and stuff? Yeah, that was meant to be like that. So now we're going to look kind of like Hive in a way. So that's awesome and I am extremely excited for that. So I'm going to first cover the Warlock's raid gear. Just like in the Vault of Glass, there's 2 types of sets that you can get, which by sets they make you look different, and they might have better attributes and higher defense, but it's not that big of a difference. The main difference is how they look on you. The first one I'm going to cover is the helmet, titled Deathsinger's Gaze. The description for this is the unnerving awareness of the watcher being watched. The next one I'm going to cover is the chest, Deathsinger's Mantle. The description for this is fashioned from war prizes taken in Crota's hellish cosmos. The next one I'm going to be covering is the gloves, Deathsinger's Grip. Grip the universe, reshape it, disregard the screams. Next one I'm going to be covering is the boots, and that is Deathsinger's Herald. The description reads, frankly, it is surprising that these don't hover. The bond you can get for the Warlock is called Bone Circlet. Alright, now for the Hunter, starting at the helmet. Unyielding Casque, and it reads, the weak will be consumed. The chest is Relentless Harness. It reads, the sprayed claws and empty skull of a thrall cry defiance to the hive. Boom, big ass spotlight right there saying that this is a hive set and a hive raid. And not to mention, it looks like we're going to be fighting a hive raid boss. Not sure what that bad boy's going to look like yet, but hopefully it doesn't look like a bigger version of a hive enemy. Now for the gauntlets. Dogged Gauge. It reads, one doesn't need sleeves to keep knives inside them. Sneaky sneaky. And for the boots, Tireless Striders. It reads, if there is no road, then it cannot be long. And the cape you get is called Shroud of Flies, which it just looks badass. I cannot wait to obtain this. And the description on it reads, they gather where death steps. Alright, now for the Titan raid gear. Starting at the helmet, Will Breaker's Watch. It reads, their howls of terror mark your arrival. And this is what the chest looks like. It is titled Will Breaker's Resolve. And the description reads, their blades break against your heart. Hell awful. Now this is what the gauntlets look like. Will Breaker's Fist. And the description reads, take what is yours. And this is what the boots look like, which is Will Breaker's Greaves. The description reads, the ground shudders beneath your feet. And lastly but not least, the Titan's Mark. It's titled the Mark of the Pit. And it looks pretty awesome. Now I'm going to let you guys know about the exotics that are going to be coming with this DLC. And boy oh boy am I excited for this. I'm not going to read off all these descriptions. I'll let you guys read them as I pop them up on the screen. And I'm going to quickly go through them because I got a lot to cover. Just so you guys get one big ass informative video. Yes, I know. Big ass. Alright, to start this off, I'm going to start with the Glass House, which is for the Titan. Up next is a Warlock helmet. The Stag. And here's the Hunter's helmet. The Arachnid. It looks awesome. Here's the Warlock's exotic chest. Just have the description for you guys. There are no pictures of the Starfire yet. Here are the new exotic gauntlets for the Titan called Ruin Wings. Here are the Warlock gauntlets called the Claws of High. Yeah, I know, I just butchered that. At least I tried, don't hate on me. Up next are the exotic gauntlets for the Hunter. They're called Don't Touch Me, and boy oh boy do these look badass. Here are the exotic greaves for the Titan. They're called Pardon Me, coming through. And lastly but not least, the exotic Hunter boots. Radiant Dance Machines. Now that's all the exotic armor. Okay, now I'm going to share with you guys the legendary raid weapons that you will receive in this new upcoming raid. The first one I'm going to start with is the Word of Crota, and it is a hand cannon. What's special about this weapon is the precision kills. The reason why, there is a lot of perks for precision kills for this weapon, such as Firefly, which what this does is the precision kills you get with the weapon causes the target to explode. It explodes and does radius damage. You can also get explosive rounds with this hand cannon, which that's just awesome. And also there's another perk called Outlaw, which what this does is your precision kills let you dramatically increase your reload speed. So this weapon is all about headshots. Next raid weapon I have for you is the Abyss Defiant, which is an auto rifle. What's cool about this auto rifle is the perk called Persistence, the void damage you can get on this bad boy, and it also has this perk called Perfect Balance, which allows the weapon to have extremely low recoil. Very handy, especially if you want to fire from the hip. Up next is the Raid Scout Rifle called Fang of Ur-Ute. I guess that's how that's pronounced. Anyways, what's special about this is it can be fired in full auto, and another perk called Zen Moment, which what that does is causing damage with the weapon increases its stability. Up next I have you guys a pulse rifle that does arc damage. And what's cool about this pulse rifle, it can get a perk called Head Seeker, which what this does is body shots with the weapon increases precision damage for a short time. And if you guys are still with me on this one, you also get a perk called Secret Round, which what this does is missing a shot from the weapon's burst will fire a fourth shot. So if you miss one, hey, it's a raid weapon guys, and you guys know it's going to be somewhat good. Up next is a badass raid shotgun, and I love the name to it as well, Swordbreaker. This shotgun can fire in full auto for one of its perks, and this is gonna piss some of you guys off, but you guys probably know how they nerfed the shotgun. Well, they have a perk on this shotgun called Send It, which what this does is it increases the range and accuracy for the shotgun. And not to mention, it has a perk called Final Round, which the last round in this gun's magazine deals bonus damage. So hello, badass shotgun. The Swordbreaker just seems amazing. Up next I have you guys an awesome fusion rifle called Light of the Abyss, which why is it awesome? It also has that perk called Send It, just like the shotgun, and this Light of Abyss also has a perk called Accelerated Coils, which reduces the charge time for a fusion rifle, which is extremely handy if you're using a fusion rifle. And it also has reactive reload. This is very handy, which what this does is every time you reload the weapon after a kill, it grants your weapon bonus damage for a short time. So this can be one powerful fusion rifle if you get this weapon upgraded. Not to mention it does solar damage, so this could come in major handy when doing the Crotas in raid. Up next is a sniper rifle I want to get my hands on, and I already have a fully upgraded legendary sniper as it is, and it's pretty badass, but I wouldn't mind getting up a void damaged sniper rifle named the Black Hammer. Reminds me of Ride Along, and I love that movie. That's why I want this daggone weapon, and I will find it sooner or later, hopefully. Anyways, what's awesome about this sniper rifle, as we all know, as snipers, we normally aim for the head. So, each precision kill you get with this sniper rifle, you can cause the target to explode. This is the perk Firefly. Other than that, it's pretty basic perks on the sniper rifle, but trust me, this being a raid sniper, it's going to be a badass sniper, especially how it does arc damage. I'm definitely going to be trying to get my hands on this. And the name, I gotta get it for the name. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about in the movie Ride Along about the Black Hammer, well, I'll have a link in the description to that video. I'm not so sure if this is an Easter egg or not, but hey, it is titled Black Hammer Sniper Rifle, so it's a possibility. But yeah, that's one of the other main reasons why I want to get my hands on this sniper rifle, just because of the name Black Hammer. I'll have a link for you guys on YouTube. Up next is the raid rocket launcher called Fist of Crota. It's a solar damage rocket launcher, and it has the perk called Tripod, which what this does is allows the launcher's tube to hold 3 shells. It also has a perk called Flared Magwell, which is very handy for rocket launchers. It allows the weapon to reload faster. Not to mention it has the perk called MIRV Mini, which if you don't know what this perk does, when you fire the rocket launcher, it splits into several small shells upon detonating. Just to sum it up, it is highly effective. Lastly but not least, the heavy machine gun Song of Ur-Ute, which I am a huge heavy machine gun fan, and by the looking of these perks that you get with this heavy machine gun, it seems like this heavy machine gun is going to be badass, and I'm glad because I have a fully upgraded Swarm, and hey, that's been doing me good, but this one has void damage on it, so I have to get my hands on this, and I have to fully upgrade this one too. But it has a perk on it called Persistence, which if you guys remember what this is, it allows the weapon to grow more accurate the more longer you are firing the weapon. Which those of you guys that do use heavy machine guns, you know how handy that will be, especially when trying to aim for headshots. And it also has a perk called Armor Piercing Rounds. So basically your bullets are more stronger. You'll be very handy if you have this perk, especially if you're going up against strikes. And not only that, it has the perk called Surplus, which this allows you to find more ammo for the weapon. So what this will allow you to do is it'll allow you to find more heavy ammo. That's just incredible. That's one of the main reasons why I want to get my hands on this heavy machine gun. And not to mention the void damage it has. But yeah guys, there you have it. One big video explaining and breaking down the vast majority of everything that's going to be coming to us in the new DLC, The Dark Below, which will be coming to us in December. And I got this from an amazing Reddit user, which I'll have the link in the description to the page of the Reddit user, and also the link of all the raid gear I just shared, all on one page. Just check the description for those links. But that's about wrapping up this video. If you can, please remember to leave a like, and also subscribe if you haven't for more Destiny content like this. But I'm out of here though. Thanks everyone for watching, and most importantly, thank you all for your time. Peace. After completing the mission, you'll see Buzz out back. Just out there chilling, looking off the balcony. He will immediately jump off. And as you can see, he looks dead on Buzz Lightyear. I thought this was so badass. A Toy Story Easter egg.